Oh, welcome back to the channel. I apologize for the darkness. I am sitting at the gym waiting on my wife. She likes to work out 4 days a week. I do not like to work out, so we're down to one vehicle right now while we're waiting for her Prius to get repaired. So if I've got any doctor's appointments or errands that I need to run during the day, I've got to drive her to work and then pick her up. And on gym days, I have to drive her to the gym, and we normally get to the gym right at 5 a.m. So I'm up, earlier than that to get her to the gym. But so goes the retirement life when you're down to one vehicle. I've got a lot more doctor's appointments than most due to my knee and my PTSD. But I don't mind bringing her. It's not a huge hardship for me. It's not like I have anything else pressing, to do with my day. As far as today goes, I do have several ideas in mind. As much as I loathe the idea, I really have to get into my workshop and clean it. Every time I grab something, it's covered in dust, and I've got to blow it off with compressed air just to be able to continue. And I don't mean just my woodworking stuff. I mean anything that's in the garage is covered with dust. So I guess there's been something I made in the past 6 months or so that was really fine dust particles that just got over everything. So I've got to get that all taken care of. Plus my normal chores, cleaning the litter box and sweeping the floor and cleaning up the kitchen, doing all the hand dishes. I make bread every 2 or 3 days. We haven't bought a loaf of bread at the grocery store in probably 5 or 6 months at this point. I make homemade fresh bread every 2 or 3 days as we need it. We go through a lot of bread in my house, but that's just something I enjoy doing, making homemade bread from scratch. It's a good way for me to burn 2 or 3 hours of my day and move forward from there. I apologize if I keep looking off to the sides. There are people pulling in all around me to go in the gym, and as they walk past my truck, they grab my attention. But like I said, I like to make bread. I don't think that I need to make any today, if I'm remembering correctly, but I'll check that, and if so, I'll heat up my proofing room to get that process started. Other than that, I don't have anything concrete. I do have a doctor's appointment today. Following that, I'm going to drop off some paperwork to another doctor, some paperwork that the retirement board needs in order to consider my medical retirement request any further. I just got that letter in the mail last night. So I'll drop those forms off. Then I'm going to go actually to the fish store and buy some more fish for my aquarium. I started up a freshwater aquarium a few weeks ago. It is running beautifully. All of my water parameters have been perfect. I added in 8 neon tetras, and I lost one within a couple of days. It was a little one, and I think it swam too close to my filter intake and got sucked up against the plastic filter intake and couldn't swim, so it couldn't get oxygen, and it died. But water parameters were all perfect, so I'm sure that it was nothing in the water that killed it. Just had something to do with getting sucked up against there. Today I'm gonna get I'm undecided if I'm gonna get a gourami, honey gourami, and some more tetras to finish out my tetra school, or if I'm going to get Coreodorus catfish and some Amano shrimp to help clean up the bottom. I'm probably going to go with the Cory cats and the shrimp just to continue to help even more with my bioload, keeping the detritus off of the sandy bottom and help to keep the aquarium clean before I add more mid-water column fish to the aquarium. But then that'll pretty much max it out. Like I said, I don't have any huge pressing plans other than my doctor's appointment. That's the one thing that is set in stone as far as time goes. So we'll see. With everything that's going on with Fish Tank and Ed and Fish and all that, I may very well not really get or have time to really dig into the workshop, at least not anywhere near as much as I would like. But that's something that I can start today and work on tomorrow. But such is the retirement life, and starting every morning with, a little bit of a plan, just, maybe 1-2 things that specifically need to be accomplished, and other things that you just do on the fly, that come up with on the fly. If I don't get it done, not a huge deal, because I'll be able to get it done tomorrow, or at least work on it today, work on it tomorrow, work on it whenever I have the chance. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe, like, share would be great, and as always, have a good one.